The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Anya Chen stepped through the crystalline doors. Her boots, standard Earth military issue, clicked against the polished floor with a rhythm that seemed almost aggressive to the assembled delegates. Behind her, Captain Luis Martinez followed, his presence a quiet reminder that humanity didn't come to negotiate from weakness. The human delegation wishes to address the Council regarding combat classifications, announced the Viridian speaker, its translator chip struggling with the concept of combat classifications, as if the very idea was alien. To most species in the Council, it was. Anya approached the central podium, her dark eyes scanning the semicircle of alien representatives. The Krill ambassador's feathers ruffled nervously. The Desathi delegates' scales rippled with what their species called anticipatory dread. Even the mighty Thaxan, whose people had once conquered 12 systems, seemed to shrink in their ceremonial armor. "Honored delegates," Anya began, her voice steady and professional. 3 cycles ago, humanity was invited to join the Galactic Council. We were told our military contributions would be valuable. Today, I'm here to clarify some misconceptions about human military structure. The Krill ambassador, a creature named HFY whose species had evolved from herd animals, interrupted with a trembling voice. "Ambassador Chen, we must protest. Your government's deployment of what you call special forces to the Outer Rim conflicts has been devastating to enemy combatants. We demand these enhanced super soldiers be restricted under galactic law." Lewis suppressed a smile. Anya didn't. "Enhanced super soldiers," Anya repeated, her eyebrow arching. "Ambassador HFY, I think there's been a fundamental misunderstanding. Captain Martinez, would you please display the comparative data?" Lewis activated the holographic projector. Charts and figures materialized in the air above the assembled council. Years of training, physical requirements, operational parameters. The data was clinical, cold, and absolutely terrifying to every non-human in the room. "What you've encountered in the Outer Rim conflicts," Anya continued, "were members of Earth's Special Operations Forces, Navy SEALs, Delta Force, SAS, Spetsnaz, and others. These individuals represent approximately 0.03% of our total military population. They undergo selection processes where 80–90% of candidates fail. They train for years in skills most species consider unnecessary or impossible." The Desathi delegate's translator chip produced a sound like grinding rocks. "Impossible. We've seen the footage. These humans infiltrated a fortified Zareth command center through underwater tunnels, in darkness, without technological support. They moved silently past bioelectric sensors that detect heartbeats. They held their breath for 6 minutes, Anya said simply. "It's a trained skill. Human bodies can be conditioned to operate at extreme efficiency." "This is the definition of enhanced," the Thaxan representative rumbled, his massive frame leaning forward. "No natural species possesses such capabilities." Lewis stepped forward, his movements fluid despite the 1.2 Earth gravity environment of the Council station. "With respect, Ambassador, every human special operations soldier is natural. No genetic modification. No cybernetic enhancement beyond standard military implants that half the Council species also use. Just selection, training, and determination." "Then these are your elite warriors," HFY said, feathers smoothing slightly. "The finest 0.03% of your military. Surely the Council can draft regulations." "You misunderstand," Anya interrupted, her voice suddenly harder. "The regulations you're proposing would apply to special forces, but special forces aren't our concern. They're specialists. Precision tools. What should concern you, what should concern all of us, is the other 99.97%. Silence descended on the chamber like a physical weight. "Explain," demanded the Thaxan. Anya nodded to Lewis, who changed the holographic display. Now it showed something different, training footage. Not of elite special forces, but of standard infantry, Marines, regular army, conscripts and volunteers alike. Every human who enters military service undergoes basic training, Anya explained. The minimum standard involves running long distances while carrying substantial weight, functioning effectively without sleep for extended periods, and maintaining combat effectiveness in extreme temperatures ranging from -40 to +50 Celsius. The display showed a training exercise. Young humans, barely adults by galactic standards, crawled through mud under live ammunition, faces streaked with dirt and determination. They're taught to fight hand-to-hand, often against multiple opponents, Lewis added. Every human Marine, for instance, is trained in a combat system that assumes they might need to kill an enemy with their bare hands. It's considered basic. That's Special Forces training, the Desathi whispered. Advanced Combat Specialist training. No, Anya said firmly. That's a Tuesday afternoon in week 3 of basic training. What you need to understand is that humans evolved as pursuit predators. We don't have the strength of the Thaxan, the speed of the Krill, or the armor of the Desathi. What we have is endurance, adaptability, and something we call stubbornness. She pulled up another file, combat reports from the Outer Rim, but these weren't Special Forces operations. Battle of Kepler Station, Anya narrated. A Zareth raiding force of 300 attacked a mining colony. The colony had 12 human security contractors. Regular military veterans, yes, but not Special Forces. They held for 14 hours against 25-1 odds. All 12 survived. Enemy casualties, 87 confirmed. Impossible, SHK draw breathed. Frontier Incident Zeta 9, Lewis continued, pulling up another report. 47 human colonists, farmers, engineers, teachers, defended their settlement against a marauder incursion. They had hunting rifles and improvised explosives. They won. The marauders had military-grade weapons and armor. Your species is insane, the Thaxan said, but there was respect in his rumbling voice. Perhaps, Anya conceded, but that's the point. You've seen what happens when you face human special forces, trained, equipped, and deployed as precision instruments. They're frightening because they're good at their jobs, but they're selected from the regular forces. Every special operations soldier was once a regular soldier, and the regular soldiers. She let the implication hang in the air. Lewis pulled up a final display. Earth's military demographics, millions of active personnel, hundreds of millions of veterans, billions of civilians with varying degrees of military training or hunting experience. In human history, Lewis said quietly, we have a saying, the enemy outnumbered us 3-1, poor bastards. It's a joke, but like most jokes, there's truth in it. Humans don't see numbers as automatically decisive. We see them as a problem to solve through tactics, determination, and if necessary, sheer bloody-mindedness. Anya's expression softened slightly. The Council wanted to know about human military capabilities before fully integrating us into your defensive structures. You were worried about Special Forces. I understand. They're effective. But here's what you need to know. Special Forces are special because they can do more with less, operate in impossible conditions, and complete missions other units can't. But regular forces, they're the foundation. And that foundation is built on every human's capacity to simply refuse to quit. The Krill ambassador's feathers had gone completely flat against his body, a sign of submission or respect. And if we were to face a threat that required full human military deployment, then you'd see something the galaxy hasn't witnessed in a very long time, Anya said. You'd see a predator species that learned agriculture and philosophy, but never forgot how to hunt. You'd see billions of individuals who are culturally conditioned to believe that surrender is a choice, not an inevitability. You'd see what happens when a species that killed its own megafauna with sharpened sticks gets access to plasma rifles and faster-than-light travel. She paused, letting the weight of her words settle. But you'd also see something else, she continued, her voice warming. You'd see humanity fighting not for conquest but for protection. We don't want to be your soldiers. We want to be your allies. The same stubbornness that makes us dangerous makes us loyal. The same refusal to quit that terrifies enemies means we don't abandon friends. The Thaxan stood, a gesture of deep respect in his culture. The Thaxan hegemony has fought wars for 10,000 of your years. We have never encountered a species like humanity. Your special forces impress us. Your regular forces concern us. But your character, that gives us hope. SHK-Tra's translator produced a sound like wind through grass, krill laughter. The humans have a saying I've learned. You don't want to see us angry. I understand now. What you've shown us isn't your anger. It's your baseline, your normal. Precisely, Anya confirmed. Special forces are what humans become when we prepare for war. Regular forces are what we are when we simply show up. And if the galaxy ever forces us to become truly angry, well, let's hope we never need to find out. Lewis shut down the holographic display. In the silence that followed, every council member understood the delicate balance humanity represented. Not a threat, but not something to threaten. Not conquerors, but not victims. The council will take your clarification under advisement, the Viridian speaker announced formally. But everyone in the room knew the real message had been delivered. As Anya and Lewis left the chamber, the Desathi delegate whispered to SHK-Tra. They called them special forces, and we were terrified. Now they tell us those were just the special ones, and the regular ones are nearly as capable. SHK-Tra's feathers ruffled one last time. No, my friend. They told us that the special ones come from the regular ones, that every special forces operator was once a regular soldier. And that means, he trailed off, the implication too enormous to voice. The Thaxan finished the thought. It means we never want to find out what humanity calls desperate. Because if this is their baseline, if this is their normal, then their maximum effort would remake the galaxy. Outside the council chamber, Lewis glanced at Anya. Think they got the message? Anya smiled. Oh, they got it. Humanity doesn't need to be enhanced. We just need to be human. And in that moment, every species in the Galactic Council understood why humans had a saying. Humanity, fuck yeah. The end.